What's going on, everyone? Talon back here, and today, Global, you guys are getting this pretty early, probably in preparation for, I'm gonna guess, the 18th of the month here, because I believe, if I remember correctly, it's actually like Sunday or something like that. And if I think back a year ago, that's at least on JP, that's when we got the SSJ3 Angel Goku, the tech one, and then the Mass Sand as well. So it would kind of make sense that you guys would be getting something like this, and then I'm assuming JP, we're going to get whatever happens with the Ultra Instinct Mastered Ultra Form Goku, or whatever you want to call it, essentially. I did a video on that, talking about that yesterday at the time of this recording, so make sure you go ahead and check that out if you haven't already. But Global, you guys are in a bit of a weird situation right here with this one, because it's cool. This guy becomes easily one of the hardest hitting TURs in the game after he finally gets his EZA. Beforehand, he's kind of just like a what kind of card after a while, especially once you know the 70% leaders and the 120% leaders came out. But this guy now, he is definitely optimal. I easily keep him on my team and everything like that. I only had him with like no dupes or anything like that, and over time I eventually pulled one, and then when the Tech Vegito came around, I actually pulled two more, and so he's like 90% in the ability system. He's amazing. He hits hard all the time. It's great. You never go past that whole 7-turn restriction thing. But one thing that is kind of curious is the fact that you guys don't really have the category to take this on. And so what I wanted to do here is I want to go into the event and what it is based on what it was on JP. Again, they could maybe change this if they don't release the category that you need to take this down easily, I guess. It was still a pretty challenging event, especially if you don't have some of the cards. And then I want to go over a few teams that I was able to take through, and I did on some of my videos, but I know some people don't watch my videos because I mainly focus on JP. But again, I'm also trying to use the information that I know from JP to help you guys on Global if that is possible. So again, let's go ahead and take a look at what the event itself was, and then we're going to some quick teams real quick, and then we'll go ahead and end the video. Basically though, this is all from the news though that you're currently seeing that is in the game right now. You simply hit the news button, and then basically it just says like an extreme fierce battle is coming, and then that's about it. Basically, using these medals and everything, break through your limits and all that kind of stuff. So nothing special. We kind of already know. It's just more to get you hyped about it, essentially. So anyway, let's go into the event itself. Now, of course, this is based on the JP version of the game. So again, they could potentially change something, but again, not. So the way it goes is that there are 30 main stages, and then there are technically infinite number of stages, but we'll get into that in a little bit. So what happens though is essentially you fight Goku in SSJ3 form. It's one fight, it is only him, and you cannot use any items, and there's no act that is required to use him or to go against him. However, unless you go back in, to the prior stages after you've beaten them, then it will cost you some act. But again, you basically won't really need to because this game kind of feeds them for you, okay? So the way it works is that you start off in your normal, he starts off in his SSR form, and as you continue on, you beat every stage, new skills and limitations are added on to the event to make it harder and harder, and then the base one that you want to try and beat is stage 30 right here. If you can beat stage 30, then you have collected all the medals required to get him from that level 120 to level 140 and get his SA up to 15, okay? And then after that, they also give you a ton of orbs. They literally give you all the orbs you need to get him from 0% to 100% if you happen to have all the paths unlocked, or at least most of them, and you need to throw some orbs in him, but you never decided to because it's kind of like way back when he came out, you're just like, oh, he's kind of a guy, whatever. But again, keep in mind, this guy becomes really powerful after you get this, okay? So basically, the way it works is that the first two stages are pretty standard. You can basically take it on with whatever team you want. After you get to a certain stage, though, what it starts to do is it starts to say, okay, after like stage 4, it's going to say, okay, all extreme and super, physical strength and int will eventually not work, or they do reduced damage, like a lot of reduced damage. So you basically would, kind of think, okay, well, I'm just going to take a tech team against these guys anyway. And the further you go on, soon enough, you won't be able to lower the defense. Then you can't stun them. That happens actually pretty early. So relying on stunning is something you don't want to do. The more you continue down, though, you won't be able to lower attack. Okay, that's by stage 15 here, so that can definitely start to hinder you a little bit. And then by stage 20, you cannot seal him, so no sealing whatsoever. And then as you continue on, it's eventually going to get to the point where even super tech do reduce damage and everything, okay? And it's going to come down to the point where, at least on JP again, it was extreme tech can do really well against these guys, and the Resurrected Warriors category is your best act in terms of taking this event down. Now, Global, that makes it a little hard for you because I think you guys have the category, but you don't have the actual Frieza card yet, and you're actually lacking LR Bojack, although granted, you don't need him to beat it. Again, it does help though. I personally didn't have him, I still don't have him, but that is something to keep in mind right there. So now the best way to go about getting him up to that right there is if you can get him up to, if you get past stage 30 and you get all the medals and everything, it gives you all these orbs right here, and it gives you the Grand Kais. It actually gives you more than you really need. I believe if you're at SA1 with the guy, it should get you up to, technically, you'll see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it gets you up to SA11, SA12 technically, if you don't have any Kais or anything like that. But maybe if you've beaten a Super Battle Road or you've kind of saved a couple of old Kais, throw him in, get him up to SA15. He is definitely worth it for that SA15. His damage modifier goes from Supreme to Immense, which is really nice. He gets that 120% up in the attack there for 7 turns, which is easy enough to clear any events no matter what. And the dude's just going to do a ton of damage. Especially when you get the orbs into him, he'll be critting for like 4 million damage, no problem, against most people. So, again, this guy's definitely worth it if you've held on to him or if you got him with a red Dragonstone or anything like that. And you kind of just thought, oh, he's a kind of okay, I more did it for collection or anything like that. Again, definitely worth it when it goes into this, okay? So, again, though, it's going to be interesting. And by the way, you do get Dragonstone for every stage, up to stage 30. And then stage 31, you will get 1 more Dragonstone. And then after that, basically, it's more just to kind of farm these Hercule statues. And that's about it. There's nothing else they really go about it except to say, like, hey, I can get to stage level 40 or whatever. What can you get to? Kind of thing, you know, just, you know, a little competition with your friends, I guess, or, you know, internets, apparently. So, yeah. Anything else, though, is basically saying, you know, you get rewards pretty much for the first time you beat the level. After that, you're not going to get any other rewards. Basically in increments of 5, essentially, after you've beaten, like, all the bronze stages and stuff like that, if you want to, you can go back to certain stages and farm up the bronze medals if you wanted to increase his SA the old-fashioned way. So say you have all 4 paths unlocked and you have an extra of him and you don't want to waste the Grand Kais on him that they give you, or you need that extra SA boost because you don't have enough, then you can take an extra dupe SSJ3 Goku. You can farm up the medals using Act. That's when you have to use the Act, and then you could get him up to an Easy A as well if you wanted to. Or technically up to a UR. That's what they want you to do with the extra medals. Although from what I've seen, you don't really have to do that. As long as you get them up to a UR and you have them at SA10 or, you know, like SA1, and then you get them up to, you know, an SA5 if you wanted to, and then you get them up that way, then you can technically do that. I haven't really personally tried that out that way. I think that's what they're trying to get you to do is, you know, why even go back and farm the medals in the first place if they already give you the amount that you need the very first time you run through everything. So, I don't know, kind of interesting thing that I guess that they want you to do, but yeah, so. Other than that, though, again, it says the Resurrected Warriors is your best way to go about them, and it takes 0 stamina the very first time. If you go back, though, they will cost stamina to replay. So, again, not really sure what you use the extra medals for, unless it was to Dokkan Awaken them, or Dokkan Awaken an extra to then feed into the SA there. Someone will have to let me know down in the comments below. Now, the big question is, though, in fact, like, up to what stage can you use certain teams, and what are the best teams to take them on? And is it possible without the Resurrected Warriors? Now, I will say one thing real quick. The way that these events work is that if it does require a category to go past a certain level, or the category is the easier way to do it, you don't have to have the entire category. You don't have to have the leader or anything like that. A good example is going against the Easy A Broly. If you want it, it's using either Super Agility or it was that Half-Breed Sand category. Now, what I did personally with that is I still took SSJ4 Vegeta lead, but then I took a bunch of Half-Hybrid Sand guys. So I took, you know, Goten, I took Agility Gohan and things like that. And they what it allowed me to do is they at least allowed me to take better damage, or take less damage technically, and then I could get my heavy hitters in there and really do some good damage to him and take the events down faster. So with this right here, even if you don't have the Frieza by chance, if you bring a Resurrected Warrior that happens to be also be a tech card or something like that, then that can help you. A perfect example is going to be the Extreme Tech Cell, the Perfect Cell. That's a pretty old card. He's been in the game for quite a while. If you have him, he does really well against this event, depending on how far you have him up in the essay and everything like that, and things like that. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to show you this. I would say the 3 steps in order to get up to stage 30 that worked best for me, and then that I showed in videos. I'll have those at the end of the video, by the way, if you want to check those out. Now, this team right here, this is a total in-game team. Of course, the SSJ3 Goku is acting as a friend right here. I believe oh wait, hang on. I'm missing somebody real quick. Who am I missing? What am I missing? 2, 4, 6. Hang on, I'm missing 1 real quick. I did not want the extremes on here though. But I'll keep them on there just because I can. I forget who. Oh, I think I put in the Jackie Chung, if I remember correctly. If that was about correct. Yeah, it was Jackie Chung. It was either Jackie Chung, the SSJ2 Barbershop Vegeta that you could put in there. So anyway, so that's basically what I put in there. But anyway, so this is a total in-game team that you can take, and it will actually get you to about stage 20, give or take. Not too bad, actually, for a total in-game team, because, again, this gets pretty difficult after stage 20. So I did this in the video where I showed it off, and this entire team right here with bringing in SSJ3 Angel Goku friend, they can take on the events, no problem, and do that. Now, again, because I know a lot of people are going to ask, why am I not putting the total in-game SSJ3 Angel Goku right here? Great hitter, glass cannon, though. He can really dish some damage out, but he cannot take a hit to save his life. In those harder stages, the more you keep going up and up, he's going to be a liability, which is why I did not bring him, okay? Jackie Chung can seal, which is nice, but until I think stage 15, then you're basically done and you can't seal him. Oh, no, sorry, stage 20, then you can't seal him up anymore. So again, keep that in mind right there. But this team right here, I have proven that you can take it up to stage 20 if you are very limited on your tech guys or just your cards in general. You can at least get to stage 20, so that's pretty nice. And I believe that allows you to farm up to the silver medals. If you can find a way to get to stage 21, then actually this is probably what farming the medals is for. If you cannot get all the way up here to the last stage, you can at least go back and farm up stage 21 to get the last of those gold medals that you need. Because I believe, it's technically golden, and I think it's platinum or rainbow or something like that. So I think stage 25 is where you have to get to. Maybe 26. Yeah, 26 is where you need to go to. If you can at least get to 26, then you can at least farm up the rest of the medals to at least get them up to that level 140 if you are having trouble getting up to the stage 30. So again, this is a challenge. You're not going to just breeze through this. This is a challenge, so definitely keep that in mind. Anyway, so this team, again, can get you to about stage 20 or so. And then what it does, actually, when you hit stage 20, Super Tech becomes not as good against them, essentially. It becomes kind of a hindrance. And what what they expect you to do is to run to Extreme Tech. Extreme Tech's really lacking in the free-to-play cards, I'm not going to lie. So this is definitely where you're going to need some summons and everything like that, okay? So you're kind of your big hitters that are really going to help you are going to be obviously the SSJ3 Broly because he is the leader, right? LR Zamasu is LR Goku Black and Zamasu, they are very good right here. They are easily one of the best, probably. One person that is going to save your butt in this mode like no tomorrow is this Golden Frieza. He will tank everything as long as you, again, you save it above 50%. If you have any amount of dupes into him, he's going to also hit really hard, which is really nice, so keep him in mind. Mass Sand is pretty decent up until about stage 30, basically, and then he's not that good. But, he can at least lower the attack, which is really nice. This Broly here, this Bio Broly, he's pretty decent. I personally never tried him out, but again, he's kind of one of those options that you can use if you want to. This Boo here mitigates damage by 30% when you Dokkan Awaken him, so he's not too bad. And then he recovers it, which is pretty nice. The Cell here, give him enough orbs or have enough ability system buffs into him, he can definitely take a hit no matter what. Not to mention he can actually dish out the damage pretty well. I want this guy's Easy A soon to come, along with Ultimate. I want all of his Easy A's to come, which is really, crazy right there, obviously. And then, so these are some good guys you can go with. Zamasu here, not best for getting hit, but he can dish a lot of damage out, which is pretty nice. So, again, now, according to the game, this should get you up to stage 30, technically. But if you want an easier way, you got to also start throwing in some Revived Warrior characters. Now, real quickly before I move on to the last team, which is going to be using the JP cards, because again, this is based on what we knew at the time when it came out. This Golden Frieza right here and this Cell are both in the Revived Warriors category. They are going to take less damage than your Merge Zombies or your LR Goku Black or anything like that, simply because they are in the category as well, okay? You're going to probably notice that over time, the more you get further into it, someone like Mass Sam might be taking more damage than, say, your Golden Frieza or even your Cell, even if they don't maybe have their passive or they don't have enough orbs in them or anything like that. And you're asking why? That is why, because as the event gets harder and harder, it's going to fall on the Revived Warriors category more and more compared to the Extreme Tech, okay? Now, this is what we had when we originally got the game going. The only thing we didn't have was the SSJ3 Bardock, I believe, at the time. We might have had him, but I don't think anyone really brought him along, okay? So the team that I personally brought was obviously the Angel Golden Frieza as the leader. And then at the time of the recording, when I originally made this, I had this guy with only the dupe base system stuff. Then I brought along this Golden Frieza, obviously. He is really good partners with this Angel Golden Frieza. Perfect tag team right here. It was amazing to bring. I also brought in the Tech Cell, which really helped there just for defending. I also brought in this Goku, and the only reason I brought this Goku in is because even though he's a super tech type, I had him rainbowed at the time, and, well, I still do technically, and he could at least take a decent hit, which was really nice the more and more I got into it, and it was really nice. He couldn't get stunned or anything, he couldn't really deal that much damage, but at least he was there to take a hit if he needed to, aside from having like my agility LR Majin Vegeta. LR Majin Vegeta was there mostly to just provide all that extra health that he had, plus the category lead, which was really nice. Extreme AGL cannot do much damage after I think like stage 10 or something like that. Again, he was more there for health and everything, but he was nice. He could deal a decent hit. Kid Buu couldn't really take a hit, even though I had him rainbowed, but man, could that guy deal some good damage. So definitely someone right there. I know Rhyme Style, I know he took as LR Bojack because he had him at the time, which is really nice. So definitely someone to keep in mind there if you guys happen to get him eventually. I don't know if Global will, so I'm not really counting him, but again, that's just another option whenever the event does come back. Do not bring LR Broly. He will just get your team destroyed, basically. Anyone else? I guess you could technically bring this Bardock here for the orb changing, just hopefully he doesn't get hit or anything like that. So those are some of the guys that we brought, and I definitely saw a lot of people bringing in everything like that. But if you had to, I would definitely say, you know, this team right here is your best bet. 6 guys right there. Bring an Angel Golden Frieza friend. Again, this is, of course, assuming that Global, you get this Angel Golden Frieza maybe at the exact same time as the event drops or right before it or anything like that. So hopefully that's the case when it does. You will drop right before that for you guys. I'm not really sure, though. I hope that if they don't drop Angel Golden Frieza for you, that they will scale back the difficulty or change it or something like that. Because if not, you guys are basically relying on this team with a few of the cards that are in the category. But it can definitely get a little harder. And by the way, this Bio Broly is also in the category itself. So that's 3 cards right there, technically, that you guys have that are in the category. Anything else that could help you? Again, the Angel Super Saiyan 3 Goku is there more for just simply taking a hit compared to not getting a hit or, you know, just to try to deal damage or anything like that. LR Majin Vegeta, again, he was more there for the health. But again, these two, though, in particular, they were more beneficial for me because I had the Angel Golden Frieza. Not having them, though, I would not bring them at all. So, again, kind of an interesting, I guess, predicament that Global's in right now. So again, guys, let me know if you think that the category will come. I personally hope it does for you guys too, but it'll be interesting to see. So yeah. So anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for the video. I hope you guys enjoy this, and JP, hopefully if this is your first time seeing something like this because you're newer to the game or anything like that, hopefully this event does come back for us as well, and you can take these hints and these teams right here and at least get to stage 30. Let me know down in the comments below what worked best for you. If you're from JP or Global, what kind of ideas do you have for a team? Let's share them all down in the comments below right now. Don't forget to hit that like button as well and hit the subscribe button if you are new, not to mention the notification bell, so that way YouTube doesn't, you know, not notify you if you want to see more videos like this. Let me know your thoughts as always in the below, and until next time, everyone, I will see you all in the next one.